Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away this year. I'll give it to someone special. So, the Christmas Carol. There is a lot of things to really talk about this. I mean, jaw-dropping stuff. I'll explain what that is later. And also talking about it in a tent. Extra credits. OSP. Yeah, if you really do that, you actually get extra credit. Although I'm not sure extra credits, the YouTube channel would like me saying that, and OSP would also probably not like it too, but let's just continue on. So, who is this guy, Christmas Carol? Well, the main character, or protagonist, I should say. Well, usually protagonists are good people, but in our case, protagonists are bad people. It's a bad person. So I should say that he's an antagonist, but there's really no antagonist here other than, I guess, evil version of himself. Antagonist turns into protagonist eventually, so I'm not even sure if we should call this guy. Anyway, we're going to talk about Stave 1 to Stave 4. Stave 1 is about Marley's ghost, and here's a picture of it, at least the illustration of it. The illustration is by a guy named John Leach, by the way, and here it is. It reminds me of someone. So let me act it out for you. With a cat mask. Hello, I am Marley's ghost. And you see these chains on me? I will now want to prevent you from growing your chain bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger again. So, I have arranged 3 guests to visit you. If I expect the first at 1, expect the second at 2, and expect the third at 3. Yes, I am Marty. And you are not insane. I mean, watch this. Open your mouth, kitty cat. Open your mouth. Open it, open it, open it. See. He just dropped his jaw. Jaw dropper. Bah. Well, if I ever did that, if I could do that, then I'd never lose an argument. Ow. Okay, you hate it, do you? And so that's exactly what happened. OSP. After that, we enter Stave 2. In Stave 2, this happens. The first ghost arrives. Also, in the new movie version, it's just a little candle that turns into a woman. Let's just talk about that later. So, this woman, or I guess man, or the ghost, I'll just say, is really weird. And since it's hard to make a head full of fire as a description, unless you're using animation. Most movies just use an old man or an old lady with a cap or no cap. And it turns out after showing Scrooge his Christmas past, a lot of other things happen. I watched the play version of this, by the way. It was awesome. And then next up, there's a lot more things that could have happened too. So one more thing I should mention before we continue on to Stave 2 is that how Scrooge ended the first vision was like this. He got the hat and plopped it right all over the ghost, like this, and plop. That turns out to be the emergency extinguisher for taking away ghosts. Now, why is that familiar? OSP! If you're wondering why I'm mentioning the channel OSP, is because I'm borrowing lines from the script. Sorry, I hope you don't mind. Anyway, it's time for ghost number 2. I guess ghost number 3, since Marty's ghost has already been here. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. Okay, so I'll stop looking like Dipper Pines and let's get on with it. A Christmas Carol number 2 has the ghost of Christmas present. I should mention that the previous ghost, the ghost after Marty's ghost, and before the ghost of Christmas present, is the ghost of Christmas past. A lot of people just use an older man, but I personally like the fire lady. Continuing on, Christmas Carol, there is a lot more things to really talk about too. Here, one thing I should mention is that Charles Dickens has some weirdness too in this part. The Christmas ghost of present has some of his own defaults, but he does have one of his most greatest advantages: living short lives. Advantages? Seriously, that's an advantage? Who wrote that script? Let's see. Nah. Nyons. That's my name spelled backward. Wait, what? And why am I shaking? Ah! Alright, so currently there is a lot of things that could have happened, but I'll just say this. The ghost of Christmas Present isn't really happy, and he shows Scrooge everything about his, what would happen in the future. I mean, when I say future, that's for the Christmas future to deal with. I'm just going to say that this is for the, for tomorrow on Christmas Day, what would happen then. This is creepy, but sure enough. And after that, Scrooge realized that the Christmas present guy is very old by the end of midnight. And then he said that his life will end tonight. That will make sense. I mean, the spirit of Christmas present, of course, his life would end tonight. And then a new Christmas present guy would come. Ew. They always do. And then spooky ghost number 3. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. But actually, jingle bells. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Okay, enough. So, spooky ghost number 3 is Christmas of the future. The spirit of Christmas future. And here it's about the Christmas in the following years. After that, it's the Christmas of when Scrooge died. And since then, Scrooge has been like happily ever after, finding out that he has died not, well, with not pity, but with like, yay, he's dead part. He decides to do a lot of things, and he revised his ways so that he could change his future. Good move. Anyways, that's how the story basically ends anyway. And I just spoiled stave number 5, did I? So, I'll meet you guys in stave number 5 and see what he did then. Flan out. Peace. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day gave it away this year. Da, 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 da. I'll give it to someone special. Portal to stave number 5.